Hey friends, it's Jess. Thanks for hanging out with me on my channel. I am super excited to see all of you guys over in the comments already. Hello, Trudy and Fatima and Tracy and Diane and Georgia and Dee and Lisa and Monique. I hope you guys are having an awesome evening so far. I'm super excited to make a card with you guys tonight. So I'm going to use some, hey Jennifer, some products from My Favorite Things. I originally was going to use some Lawn Fawn stuff, but I had some My Favorite Things stamps that I haven't used yet, and I really, really wanted to use them. So I am super excited for that. Before we get started, hey Angela, I wanted to kind of show you guys some of the stuff that I've been working on. So the other night, Georgia, I'm doing a little bit better, but I'm still, man, this cold or whatever this is taking a really long time to go away, which is really irritating. Hey Karen, hey Linda. Okay, so if you guys didn't watch my last live stream on Monday, I got a gel press. So it is a jelly plate. It looks like this. It's inside this plastic thing right now. I'm probably not going to use it. Well, at least not right now. But it is this like gelatinous thing, and you use it to make prints. So I was doing a whole bunch of really uncomfortable for me experimentation on Monday night. Hey Evilise, and I'm really excited about it because it's really pushing me outside of my comfort zone. So I figured I would show you guys. Look, I have like a ton of these prints. This is just printer paper. I got it on Amazon, and if you would like me to send you a link for the one that I purchased, I can send that to you. Just let me know. But yeah, so I have been making prints like crazy. A lot of these I made during our live video the other night. Yes, Georgia, I certainly will. I will get that link for you here in just a second. So a lot of these I made during the live video the other night. And I'm just kind of like laying them out so you can see what I've done so far. Some of them I've started to go back and like add details to. Some of them, like Fatima gave me a really cool idea to use a baby wipe while the paint was still wet and a stencil and wipe off some of the paint so that it has that ghosting effect. Some of them are really ugly, but some of them I've been adding like little bits of paint and stuff that was left over on other prints. So I'm trying to get brave and step outside of my comfort zone. But I don't know, it's really cool. So tonight I made a couple, or this afternoon, I guess. So I was experimenting with using stencils. I added some stuff to the ones that we had already made. This one I ended up Copic coloring after the fact. Oh no, Tracy. Oh, I'm so sorry. I've been having trouble with my YouTube videos also. I don't know what is going on, to be honest. Some of it I think might be YouTube. The ugly ones aren't ugly to everybody. Oh. Yeah, I just have to figure out like what to do with them. There's so many already. It's crazy. Hey Jennifer. Hey Roberta. Oh no, I haven't been on for long though, Roberta. So you haven't missed much. I'm just showing off like what I did in our last video. And then now these ones that we're getting into now, I just made today. So this one I just made today. This one I just made today. This one I made today. This one I made today. And then I used a paint pen on top. Just to see what that would look like. And I thought that that was kind of cool. And then that one just has like some ghosting of this stencil, actually, the leftovers from that. And then, oh yeah, Tracy, that's a good idea. This is, okay, so this is like a crazy work in progress. So originally I did some ink blending. And then, so it was blue at the top and then faded to green. And then I used the chroma glaze for the first time. with the Folkwave stencil from Brutus Monroe on this one, and it was pink, but like the chroma glaze is kind of translucent, and so as it changed colors, just didn't look nice. It was like pink at the top, and then it was like orange down here, and it just looked really strange. So what I did today is I actually just put a layer of gesso over top of it, which is kind of like the gesso that I have is opaque, so it's not see-through. But I just put a layer of gesso over top of it, and then I put some black around the outside, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but I figure I can like maybe build some more texture on top of it and expand my mixed media experimentation. I don't know, we'll see. But the Evilise, you can message me on my Facebook page or on so either on A Card Day's Work or on the Jess Francisco official page. You should be able to send me a message on there. Hey Luisana, how's it going? Sorry for my sniffles, you guys. I probably sound super gross. Okay, so the one that I am most excited about, you guys, is the one that I had tried to do the other night when I was trying to do like a wood grain look. I don't know if you guys remember that if you were watching with me, but the way that it turned out is so cool. So I made it into a card, and I actually used a Jane Davenport face. So it's like a stamp. This is the face that I used right here. So I just got this at Michael's last night, I think. Oops, it's a little bit glary. Anyway, but I used that face right there. And then, so I had my wood grain background in the back, and then I used like white paint over top with a stencil, and I added like some black. And like I used some paint pen, and then I colored her and like drew crazy lines. So like you can see here, she didn't have any hair. So all I got was the face and like the outline of the beginning of her hair. And so then I drew in like the hair and then kind of colored it. I don't know. I hope that Tiffany is not in here because, Tiffany Solorio, she donated some money to my channel the other day during my live, and I'm going to send this to her as a thank you card, because I've been watching like a ton of her videos, and she is really, really awesome at mixed media. Hopefully she's not watching this, because this is the card I'm going to send to her. But anyway, I just finished it today, so I wanted to at least share this with you guys because I was really excited. This is my first mixed media project, really. Like my first layered background like this. I've never done anything like this before, and I was actually kind of excited about how it turned out, and I like the hot pink envelope with it. I think it looks really cute. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. Her name is Tiffany Solorio. It's Solorio. She is super duper sweet, and yeah, anyway. Okay, so that's that. Okay. Fatima, I really hope so because I'm getting really excited about making stuff, which is super cool. And I just want to practice and figure out how to do all the things. So I've been trying to like watch videos in my not really existent downtime. But you know, we'll see. I'm trying to expand my horizons and do a little bit more. Okay, so the card that I'm going to make tonight is going to be using stamps from My Favorite Things. I already did this background a while ago, and it's just been sitting on my desk for a really long time, like possibly, I don't know, like a week or something. I don't know. And I've been wanting to make something with it, but I just haven't had time yet. So what I'm going to do is, or I guess I'll tell you what I did. I used, and I wrote them on the back so I didn't forget, but I used Spice Marmalade, Picked Raspberry, and Seedless Preserves, Oxides for this, because I like the way that they blend, and the way that the water looks. And you guys know kind of my process there. I use the splatter brush, which is here, to apply water, just plain clean water, to my background, and then I let it dry. Also, you guys, I have this tiny iron. And I don't know why I never thought of this before, but it's like the coolest thing ever. So actually my husband got this for me for Christmas. But I have been keeping some parchment paper next to my desk. And what I do is I put down like a craft mat, and then if like my background is really warped, I will just put it in between here, heat up the iron. It does have a plug. It's just not plugged in right now. Heat up the plug and then literally iron my card so that it's flat. Because I was getting really irritated with how lumpy and ridiculous my cards were, and they were just like crazy warped, and it was annoying. So this is actually like a stroke of genius, I feel like. Because now I'm actually getting somewhat flat pieces after I've added water. And that's nice because I don't use any sort of fancy, I don't use any fancy paper for the most part, mostly because I'm cheap. But I know, Luisana, isn't that like the coolest little thing ever? It's so adorable. But yeah, so now I keep it on there all the time. Well, hello in the Philippines. Oh, B, that's awesome. I can't wait to see what you create. That's so exciting. Hey, Jen, how's it going? Okay, so we've got our background. We're all good to go. What I think I'm going to do, okay, so I'm going to let you guys in on what exactly I have in mind here. I have these that I have not used yet. So this is a superhero set from My Favorite Things, and this is the set of dies that goes with it. And then I want to make a superhero card. I also have this abstract background from My Favorite Things. So I am just going to try to put together a card. I also have this Sassy Pants birthday greetings one, so I'm not sure if I'm going to use this or not. I really liked this sentiment here. Normally I'm the awesome one, but today the awesome is all yours. Because I thought that that would be really cute with the superhero thing. So maybe that, I don't know. Oh, or this one, you already have me, so I'm not sure what else you'd wished for, but knock yourself out. I just think they're so funny. And all of this stuff is for My Favorite Things. Oh, Linda, that's a good idea. I hadn't even thought of that. I'll have to try that out. Hey, Vay, how's it going? Okay, so I guess what I'm going to do to start out with is I'm going to use this stencil from THoltz. This is the Rays stencil, and I'm going to use it to kind of do like that whole superhero thing in the sky in the background, just to kind of add some interest to my card. And not just have it be a simple ink blended background. Sometimes I like to add a little oomph to the background and make it a little bit more interesting. My card is not really... Oh, okay, Trudy, no worries. Roberta, you're okay. I don't think anyone thought you were rude. Ooh, Luisana, that's awesome. I've been wanting all of everyone's new releases, and it's kind of ridiculous because I don't have that kind of money. Let's just be honest for a second and say that the craft industry in general is making me broke. Everyone's coming out with this super cute stuff, and I want it all. Good grief. I want it all, like literally all of it. Like pretty much the entire Heffy Doodle release, you guys, I want. And I want the whole Simon Hurley release when that is finally available. I think hopefully it's just a few more days. I thought it was going to be available already, but it sounds like maybe the 15th. So we'll see. I don't really know. Okay, so let me think about this because I don't know what I want to use for the background here. I think I might actually use some paint. Let me grab it. Hold on. Okay. So I've got white paint. It's just cheap paint from the craft store. And then, let's see, where did I put, here they are. Okay. So I have like a whole collection of these ridiculously cheap foam brushes. Luisana, me too. You are not even kidding. Gyps, no, I haven't seen Visible Images new release. I need to check out so much of their stuff because I love their stuff. It's so cool, and especially now that I'm getting more excited about mixed media and all of that, I think that they have some really cool stuff that I want to try. They have a lot of really cool stencils and all of that. Okay, I'm going to use this paint, but I guess I do need my craft mat, which is kind of annoying because I just taped all of that stencil down. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of put it over here to the side and put some paint on. Oh, hey, Wilda. I'm going to just put a little bit of paint over here. Lord have mercy. Okay. Oh, Paper Rose Studio. I've heard good things about them. I've been seeing their really cute release stuff lately too. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the paint and I'm going to try to get it off quite a bit first because I don't want it to be like super white, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want it to just be white. I want it to be more subtle than that. Like, I don't know. I don't want it to be solid white. So hopefully that makes sense. But I'm just using this to kind of like pounce the paint on there. And I don't want to make it too solid. I still want that background to show through. Hey, Sandy. Visible image release. Ken's Creation has a link for a discount. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, everyone is coming out with like some really super cool stuff. And I just want all of it. I want everyone's everything. So you can see that I'm kind of just adding like a little bit of the paint. I don't want it to be super opaque. I don't want to cover everything up because I like that ink blended background and I don't want to lose that. I really like the way that it turned out, so I'm trying to keep that color as much as I can while still adding this pattern. But I did want a little more than I felt like a pigment ink would give me. It's like, I didn't think a pigment ink would be quite dark enough or bright enough, I don't know, for what I was hoping for. So this is the route I'm going. We'll see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to use a baby wipe and just clean up this side of things over here on my media mat. And then I'm also going to do the same with my stencil. I'm going to pull that off, hopefully not messing anything up. We will see. Oh yeah, that looks really cool. I think that looks awesome. That's pretty cool. I'm excited about that. I would like Jennifer McGuire's Life also, except, I mean, I don't know. I think it's easy to look from the outside and say that we want somebody else's life, but all we see for the most part is the good stuff. So I try to keep that in mind when I get jealous and coveting of other people's stuff, because I have to remind myself that I'm super lucky to have even the stuff that I do have. Because there's a lot of people who don't have nearly as much as I do. And, I mean, I've definitely been there too. So when I was first starting out, I don't know. Now it's kind of getting to the point where I need to purge. I need to get rid of some stuff because I have way too much going on right now. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move my media mat out of the way. And let's see. Okay, so we've got our rays. That's cool. Also, did I say life? I meant I want her craft room. I mean, fair point. I want her craft room too. I was telling my husband that the other night. I was like, seriously, she has like the most beautiful craft room. I don't know if I could use it because everyone's different. You know what I mean? Like everyone has a different process, if that makes sense. And sometimes like what works for some people like really just doesn't work for other people. I don't know if I could create in her room because of the way that she has things laid out. But I mean, I'd sure like to try. Oh, I love you too, Fatima. You guys are all so sweet to me. Okay, So I think you're going to notice that as I get more into mixed media and stuff, my hands are going to get like messier and messier. So stay tuned as we go on my channel, and you will be able to see the difference of card maker's hands versus mixed media Jess's hands. Oh, and while I'm thinking about it, let me go back because I can... I know Georgia was wanting the link for the gel press. Hold on one second. Gel. I'll show you the one that I got. So the size that I had, it's actually only $11, which is amazing. And I bought mine on Amazon. So hang tight, and I'm grabbing that link for you now so that at least you can have that and see what it is that I got. So the size of mine, like I said, is a 5x7. It's a really good size for card making. I think, though, that I will expand. And get different sizes because I just see myself wanting more. So I'll probably be doing that. Okay, so Georgia, that's for you. That's the link to the gel press that you were wanting from earlier. So if you have any questions or anything, you can definitely let me know. Oh, thanks, Fatima. I'm pretty excited about my first mixed media card. That was pretty cool. I mean, and to be honest, I think what we consider mixed media is like, what I'm doing right now is technically mixed media. So, you know, it's all kind of just like what our interpretation is, I guess. Because technically I am using multiple mediums, and that's kind of the whole thing of mixed media is, you know, that you're using different mediums in order to create a project. So technically I've been doing mixed media for a long time, but not the mixed media that we talk about or think about, whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna go with my normal, I should say my go-to colors for her hair. Oh, I didn't know she lived in Utah. Excuse me. I did not know that she lived in Utah. That's crazy. Okay, I'm not sure what color I want to color her garments yet because I want it to still coordinate with my background. So I haven't decided on anything yet, but we will choose that here in just a minute. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use E34 and E21 and E00 to color her skin. And then I'm going to use these three colors, which are E18, E15, and YR27 for her hair. So those are kind of my go-tos. I didn't watch the whole live last night, honestly, because I was not feeling very well. And I hadn't eaten, and it was like 10 o'clock at night, and I went to go get food, and I said, hey, I'm going to go get some food, and then I'll be right back. And then I went to bed because I was tired. So, but anyway, I'm not sure, but I'm not sure if it's the same announcement, but I imagine it probably is. The announcement that I heard about was that, I can't remember the name of the company now right off the top of my head, but the company who is the retailer or distributor for Copics in the US, oops, wrong color, is apparently severing ties with Copic. So they will not be carrying their products anymore, which means that that distributor will not be selling to us in the US, which sounds scary, but I imagine that, gosh, sorry, my sinuses are just like really acting up. I imagine that they will just get a new distributor. I don't have any idea, to be completely honest, what happened or why this split is happening. I don't have any info on that. But all I heard is that well, from the announcement that the company made was basically that they didn't agree with the direction that the Copic company was going. And so, I don't know. I don't really understand all of it because I am not really super familiar with their relationship, to be honest. But hopefully we still get good products. I don't really know. I'm sure someone else has more information than I do. I don't really have any information at all. Only what I read in a Facebook post. Copic USA was bought out by a different company. Yeah, see, I saw that too, Luisana. I'm not really sure. My goodness. Okay, so I'm just coloring her skin. Let's see. I missed some stuff while I was talking about that. Oh, tell you my crafting journey story. Okay, so I, oh yeah, Roberta, it's I. Now that you say that, that's what they're called, I. The company that was the distributor. Okay, so, my crafting story. Like, I don't even know where to start. I have always been crafty. My mom was always crafty when I was little, so I kind of just grew up with her making things around me, which, inspired me to want to be creative as well. So she always encouraged creativity, and she is extremely talented. She's an awesome painter. She's great at mixed media. I don't know, she's crazy. She's good at a whole lot of stuff. Oh, Linda, they'll still be available. Don't worry. If you want to get Copics at some point, you will still be able to. They're not like going extinct or whatever. They'll still be around. It's just going to be through a different manufacturer, it sounds like. Anyway, so my mom was always really crafty. And she encouraged creativity all the time. So that was a huge bonus for me. And then, like when I would go to school, I would always be super excited about new pens and pencils and notebooks. I loved going school supply shopping. That was always like a high for me. It was so exciting to go and get all that new stuff. And, I don't know. I just always loved like the pens and the pencils and the notebooks and all of that stuff. So I guess that's kind of where it started. And then, excuse me. And then as I got older, I kind of, my mom always was like scrapbooking and stuff of our childhoods and whatnot. And so I kind of started hoarding paper because my mom kind of was. She always had like a ton of scrapbook paper, and I always wanted it, so I ended up getting a bunch too, and like embellishments and all sorts of supplies and things like that. And then let's see, then I kind of started building my own stash. I did some of my own projects, but I honestly didn't really have a lot going on. And then in 2014, I told my husband I really wanted a Cricut for Christmas. And so he actually ended up buying me one that year. And I almost took it back a ton of times because I couldn't figure out how to use it. I knew that I needed help, but I did not know what I needed help with. Like I didn't even know what to search for on Google, or I mean on YouTube. And so I was really struggling, and I told him like a few times, like, you just need to take this thing back because I can't figure out how to use it, and all I'm doing is ruining everything I try to make, and that's super frustrating. So But luckily I did figure out how to use it. And yeah, that kind of started my like card making phase. You guys, is my screen really hazy for you? Like, does it look hazy compared to normal? Because I'm looking at the playback and I feel like it looks hazy, and I'm wondering if my lens, like because I use my phone, I'm wondering if my lens is dirty. Oh, yours looks great. Oh, okay. Maybe it's just my playback then. Okay. If it looks okay for you guys, I won't mess with it. Excuse me. You guys know I have little kids. Oh, you think a little bit? Okay, this is going to look really awful for a second, so hold on. Okay, hold on. Is that any better? I literally just used my sleeve to try to clean it. So who knows? It looks a little clearer on my end, actually. So hopefully that helps a little bit. I don't know. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to add a little bit of pink on her cheeks because I feel like she needs a little bit of something there. Oh, she's cute. I love this stamp so much. Maybe the screen. Okay. All right, so now we have to decide, though, what we want to do about the color of her clothing. Let's see. Oh, no. Roberta, I hope you feel better. I definitely know all about not feeling so hot. I think I'm going to color... Okay, because this is our background. And I want her to still coordinate with the background. Like, I don't want it to clash. I definitely don't want to use red and blue because I don't think that will match at all. So I'm thinking I might use these three colors, which is a bunch of RVs. So RV66, RV55, and RV52. I like this color combination a lot. You guys are going to kind of find out that I tend to pick a color combination that I like, and then I just use it over and over and over again because I know I like it. And it's worth it to me not to have to experiment sometimes. So you guys will kind of notice that I'm not the bravest sometimes when it comes to trying out new things, which is okay, but hopefully I will be able to get more brave as I start doing like the more mixed media stuff and I don't know, just trying out new things. I don't know. It's kind of like you want to do what works, and if you know what works already, then just kind of like stick with it, right? I don't know. I find that a lot of times I don't get a ton of time to craft, honestly, and so I would rather spend the time making something rather than like having to try to figure out what works and what doesn't work, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so I am not like really super great at light sources, but I try to kind of make it make sense. I know, Jibs, I'm gonna hopefully get better with letting go and being, you know, less rigid, because honestly that is like my big thing, is that I am a huge perfectionist. And so I really struggle with letting go and just kind of doing things. And so I'm hoping that I can get better at that. So we'll see. Hopefully you guys can keep track of my progression as we go along together. And you guys can tell me if I'm getting better or if I still need to improve. Okay, so that's our second color, and now we're gonna, oops, wrong side. Now we're gonna add our third color as well. And this is just like a highlight, so it's nice that it's a lighter color because it just, I don't know, it makes it look nice. when you have that lightest color in the center where you want your highlight to be. It gives the coloring a little bit more dimension. Louisana is an amazing colorist, by the way. If you guys don't follow her on social media, you definitely should, because she is a rock star when it comes to like hand drawing things, when it comes to coloring. She is amazing. Every time I see her stuff, it like blows my mind. Courage is part of my day. Can I be a mixed media perfectionist, or is that not a thing? I'll certainly try. Okay, I'm going to go in with the darkest color here. I wonder if I have another dark color. I probably should have checked that before I started coloring with this, but that's okay. Alright, so what I'm going to do is come across this like that, because I want to have that darker color there. Louisana Lowry, she's in our chat right now. She is also on the Brutus Monroe design team. She is amazing. I think her Instagram is, hold on, Instagram, hold on, Instagram.com/Lou. Ooh, if I could type tonight. That should be her Instagram. If it doesn't work, let me know, but that should be her Instagram. She's awesome. But yeah, she's on the Brutus Monroe design team as well. Yeah, no problem. I am always trying to share the crafty love, y'all. And if I find people that I like and who have awesome work, I'm definitely going to share it. Okay. So let's see. I'm just going to add a little bit lighter in the center there so that we get a little highlight. Oh, of course, Louisana. You deserve it. You seriously are a rock star. I definitely mean that. You have beautiful, beautiful work. Okay, I'm going to be checking some colors up here, because as much as I talked about having color combinations that work, I don't necessarily know which ones work for these purples. So I need some work with that. Okay, so let's see. If I'm thinking about this correctly, we should be able to do this one, and then this one, and then this one. Hopefully. I don't know. I'm gonna try to color her cape with these colors. We'll see. I'm just gonna color in this top part dark because it's right on top of her shoulder. I probably should have left a little bit of a highlight here in the front, but that's okay. They are rolling back the price increase announced by the other USA distributor. Oh, really? For Copics? Because my understanding was that this company, so they increase, from what I heard, and like I said, I don't know if this is true or not, but what I heard was that the distributor, okay, so Copic had increased the price like a year ago, and the distributor had held off on raising the price for a whole year, and then now finally the cost is actually going up. As always, I don't really know what's true and what's not. The new USA distributor is McPherson's. So is it going to go back down to $8, or what's the deal with that? I can't read it right now, of course. But hopefully somebody can tell me what's going on. Okay, so I am using this dark purple, and a lot of this is going to be pretty dark because it's sort of like in the shadows behind her. So a lot of this is going to be that darkest color, which kind of doesn't make for super interesting coloring, but that's okay. Okay. A big distributor, they do medical stuff too. Ooh, my goodness. Lots of changes coming. It's good to stay up to date though. That way we kind of have an idea of what's going on. So in these darker areas over here, I'm only going to use 2 colors, and then for this last little bit, I'll use that 3rd color. I'm kind of just going to go over the whole thing with the 3rd color, because unfortunately what's happening is I probably should have done like 2 separate colors. Like, I don't know. Oh, yay, Luisana, that's awesome. I'm so excited. You deserve to have a whole lot more followers than that. So hopefully you will get a bunch of new ones soon. I'm looking for a white gel pen. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, I don't know, just some little lines here and there to kind of like break up the darkness, because it's like really, really dark. I don't know. This is probably really weird. And that's okay. Sometimes what I do doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, and that's totally fine. Sometimes I just do things, you know. Classic and sketch will be $7.99 and chow will be $5.49. Cool. That's awesome. $5.85 and $3.90. Dawn, if you scroll up a little bit, I put her link in the chat. So it is the last thing that I said in the chat. So hopefully it has my name highlighted in yellow or something. But it's got the Instagram URL that you can click to go right to her page. Yay! Okay, so now we've got her colored. At least we need to color her legs still. Excuse me. Let's do some grays for her boots. Let's see, W7. Where's my W9? Here we go. Oh, awesome. Yeah, some of it said $1. Some went up 50 cents. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. I thought it would be a little easier, but like some manufacturers, I think they charge different prices to begin with, so it's kind of hard to keep track of it all. Maybe someone in here knows. Anyhow, I don't know. Sorry that I'm so slow at coloring, you guys. This is probably not like the most interesting thing you could be watching. It's like I was telling you guys before, though. I am like a pretty slow crafter, I've realized. And that's okay. You know, we all create at our own pace. It's fine. But you know, it is what it is. I'm just using the grays so that it kind of gives the illusion of black. Obviously, I don't want to color it completely black because then it just has no depth and it doesn't really look like a whole lot. So I'm just adding the grays. Do I post my colors anywhere? I really don't. I could try to start doing that. For a while, I was trying to link them all, like in my, like in the description, but like it gets to be so many markers that it's really difficult to keep track of it, which is crazy, because they're all, you know, linked as individual products, which gets really hard. I don't know, it's just a lot to keep track of. Yeah, the thing is, like, if you tried it, because, like, some people want, like, links to all of the markers and stuff like that, and if you try to do that, I don't know, okay, so first of all, the description, down below can only hold 5,000 characters, which is, really not great, because all those links take up a ton of space, to be honest. So there's that. I'm just adding like some white scribbly lines to put in some highlights because it kind of got lost in my coloring. My coloring wasn't super great. And so I'm just adding in some white contrast with the gel pen to kind of brighten it back up a little bit again. And it will look more like it has a highlight, like a glossy part to it. All right, so then for her legs, let's go ahead and do lighter, let's go with some lighter purple, I think. But yeah, you can only have like 5,000 characters in the description, and so it gets kind of difficult because you can't really fit too much. I don't know, they take up a lot of space. Okay. Quick info, go to McPherson. Oh yeah, that's good to know. Ooh. My shading is not so hot on these little legs of hers. Let's see. Maybe I can add just like a touch of this darker color. Okay, well, that at least gives it like slightly more interest. I don't know. Sometimes I use the same principles, but it just doesn't really turn out the same, which is weird. Okay, anyway. Okay, I will try to do the caps. It's just that I always forget. I've tried it in the past, but I will try it again because I think that would really help. These are all the markers I used to color her. So if you watch in the replay, you can like pause it and look at the marker combination. Woo! So that's all the markers just for her and not including her hair. I didn't include her hair, but I did tell you guys what I used for her hair earlier, which is my go-to brown hair color combination, which is E18, E15, and YR27. It gives it kind of like an almost reddish highlight, and I really like that. Okay, Dawn, I do not use the style files, but not because I don't want to, just because I haven't tried them yet. So I would like to try them, and I plan to, but I just haven't, I don't know. I haven't gotten there yet. Okay, so these are the dies that go with this. So what I'm going to do is trim it off with my little snip thingamajiggies, which are right here. I'm going to go ahead and snap those apart so that everything else is not attached to it over here. Oops, I thought I got them all, but I'm missing one right there. Okay, and I'm going to get out my little cuddle bug, which apparently is being discontinued, y'all. That's crazy to me. It's the only die cut machine I have besides my Cricut. I don't have any other of the die cut machines, so now I'm going to have to, I don't know, figure out what to do. Also, I think they're having a sale. I can get the link for you guys too over at Cricut. They're having a Cuddlebug sale as they phase out everything for it. So probably if you have a Cuddlebug, this would be a good time to stock up on supplies. Chrissy, okay, so I like Tonic a lot, and I like Nouveau products. However, I don't like that those particular alcohol markers don't have a brush tip. That is the only thing I don't like about them, is So like the Copic markers, they have a brush tip and a chisel tip. I don't really use the chisel tip that much for what I do. I mostly just use the brush tip. But the brush tip is kind of invaluable to me. For whatever reason, this is what I always use. And the ones that have bullet tips, I have a really hard time blending with. Like for example, the Tombow markers, I have these. They do have a brush tip, so I like that a lot. But on the other end, there is a bullet tip, which is the same as what the Nouveaus have. It's a very thin tip, and I don't find that I can't blend with this. And like, I don't know. For whatever reason, I personally, maybe it's because I'm not very talented at coloring, I don't know, I can't do it. I think other people don't have the same problem that I have, but I definitely have problems with it. I don't know. I just really struggle with it. So, okay, there is our cute little girl. I cut her a little off center, but that's okay. So there she is. Look how cute she is. She's adorable. Let's see. Okay, I also have in this little die set, this cute little set of buildings. What I think I'm actually going to do is I'm going to cut a few of these out of black cardstock and like maybe some gray. Oh, that could be Wilda, because yeah, like I'm a lefty also. So I never really considered that that could be a thing, but maybe. Obviously I don't know any different. I've always been left-handed, so it's hard to compare. It's so cute too, because, okay, so I have two sons, you guys know, and my younger son is left-handed as well, or at least so far. He's only 2, but he uses his left hand for like everything. My older son is right-handed, which is kind of interesting because when I was little, so my dad was left-handed and my mom is right-handed. My older brother is right-handed and I'm left-handed. I was the second. And it's kind of the same thing. So I'm left-handed, my first is right-handed, and then my second is left-handed. So it's kind of interesting how that's all kind of playing out. Yeah, Luisana, I really like the Copics. I am really cheap, if we're being completely honest. And I think they're worth the price. However, I do buy them either on sale or on like using a coupon because I can't really afford it. So I definitely use coupons at Michael's whenever I can. So there's that. I do have, so there's a website called scrapbookpal.com. And they have really good prices on Copics usually. They're only like $5 or something, $5.24 maybe. They may be slightly more with the price increase, but I'm not sure. But I can definitely, if you guys are interested in shopping for Copics where they're quite a bit less expensive, they're certainly not $8 a piece. I can send you the link for that if you would like. Yes, Tombows are water-based. Yep. Yeah, the Copics are alcohol markers. Okay, so I'm going to cut a few of these just so that I have some stuff to work with. I think this is too short. Maybe. I'm trying to use up some of these scraps that I have on my desk because I have like a ton of black paper. But yeah, so, ooh, a little cracking going on with my cuddle bug. All right, so now we have 3. I don't know, I'll try to cut a couple more. Oh, of the B plates, yeah. I need to go and take a look and see. I have the little sale links or whatever, but I just haven't, I haven't popped over there yet. They send, I'm part of Cricut's affiliate program, and they send us like a newsletter basically to let us know what the sales are going to be so that we can help promote them. And they sent one today, I think. Yes, they did. Cuttlebug sale. Oh my gosh. It says Cuttlebug into my heart. Hold on. I don't know if this will work, this link. No. Because it's like a... I don't use the Spectrum Noir markers. I've never tried them. On the plates, I bet you could make your own with thick acrylic from Lowe's or Home Depot. Maybe. Oh, good night, Linda. Have fun. Let me see something really quick. This should work. However, it's a really long link. Oh, you're having a hard time hearing me? Uh-oh. Can you guys hear me? Is anyone else having trouble hearing me? It might have been because I was facing away from the camera. Oh, you're loud and clear. Oh, okay. I don't know what's going on. All right, so that's the link for the Cuttlebug sale thing, I guess. If you guys are interested in checking that out, if you do have a Cuttlebug and you need to stock up. I'm just going to cut like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to cut one more of this. Yeah, I think it was because I was facing the computer to look at the link thing, maybe. You can't buy from the Cricut store? Why not? Do they not ship to Puerto Rico, Evilise? Because that would be ridiculous. Tell me more. I need to know. Oh, QVC has BNC plates. They don't ship to Puerto Rico? Are you serious? Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah, mine says free shipping on orders 99 and over. Yeah. That's crazy. I wish that they would offer a free shipping code. That would be awesome. They don't ship and you can't buy access. That's crazy. Wow. Hold on one second. Share. One moment, please. All right. Sorry, you guys. My I feel like I'm just so congested. I've got so much stuff in my like chest and throat and sinuses. It's gross. It's so gross. Hang tight one second. All right, here is, oops, URL. Okay, so for those of you who are asking about the Copic markers, there's a website, like I was telling you guys earlier, called scrapbookpal.com, and they have a really good price on Copics. They have, let me look at the individual markers. They have the 3 packs for $17.55. I'm trying to find like just one individual marker. Because I know they have them somewhere. Okay, so they're $5.85. So even with the price increase, they're $5.85. So that's pretty awesome. That's still a pretty good price. Okay, so I do not have Cricut access, and that is simply because the type of crafter that I am is I like to purchase something that I know I'm going to use and then have access to it forever and not have to worry about it disappearing if I stop subscribing. So I personally don't use the Access program. I think it's great, and they have a ton of amazing things on there, but I just don't use it myself. And like I said, that's just because of like my own personal crafting preferences. But I think like when I teach Cricut classes, I will just tell them like, hey, I don't use it, but that's just because I like to purchase my own images and have, you know, I like to have access to it forever. But it's totally your guys' preference and whatever. Okay, so what I'm thinking here is, because I want to have like a skyline, basically. I want to have, so I'm going to cut another piece of black cardstock that layers over top of this stuff. And then I'll put her maybe down here somewhere, possibly. Although I may lower this just a little bit because now I kind of think I should have done something different with the, because you're not going to be able to see that purple at all, which kind of stinks. But, maybe I can just have a short piece of black cardstock and then it like exposes at the bottom. Let's see. This is all just experimentation, you guys. I didn't have anything planned in advance. I am just winging it. But you know what I am going to do? I am going to get this all exactly where I want it. And then I'm going to use that magical tool that we have Jennifer McGuire's husband to thank for, called Press and Seal. And I am going to use that to get it all where I want it. Why block the background so much? Because I like these buildings. I don't know. I wanted to have her like in front of the city. You know what I mean? Like so that the city is her background. The only reason I have it up so high is because that's where the rays started. That's the only reason that I don't know. Unless they've changed something, I used to get free shipping with someone else's I watch code. Yes, I don't know why I don't have a code. I wish that I did, but I don't. Black glitter paper would be cool. Do you link the site for these? For which one? For the dies and the My Favorite Thing stuff? So down in the description below, everything that is, everything I'm using for the most part should be linked down in the description below. So hopefully, if you can't find what you're looking for, then just let me know. And I can help you out. So what I'm going to do is, oh, Luisana, that's awesome. You'll have to show me. I would love to see your card. Is it on your Instagram? Oh, Lord have mercy. All right, so I'm using Glad Press and Seal, and I'm just ripping it off of the roll. I literally keep this whole thing in my craft room. So I'm just going to lay this on top of it like that and literally press it down. Okay, Roberta, have a good night. I hope everything goes really well tomorrow. You'll have to keep me updated and let me know. So this is the magic of the press and seal. So now I don't have to figure out where all of that stuff was. It just holds it in place like this. And then now I can just put glue on the back of this whole thing, flip it over, and then just lay it down wherever I want it, which is magic. This is so cool. I think this is like the best thing that I've, this is like the best thing that's happened to me in crafting in a good long while. Whoa, I'm like squirting glue out. So I'm using the Brutus Monroe craft glue on the back here, and I just put a fine tip applicator on the back, because I like to have a thinner amount of glue. So I'm just applying the glue to the back. And like I said, this makes it so I don't have to try to figure out, you know. Okay, awesome, Roberta. That way I don't have to try to figure out like where everything goes and what I'm doing with everything. Now I can just bring my background down like this and then lay it over top, figure out where I want it to go. I want it to kind of cover up those rays there for the most part. And then I can just press it down once I know that my glue has had a chance to adhere, which I'm probably like sticking it to my craft desk right now. That's okay. Once I know that it's all good and adhered, I can just peel off the press and seal. And then I may have a couple areas where it wasn't touching anything in the front. And in those areas, I can hold it in place on one side, go back behind it like this, and just add in a little bit of glue. And the only reason that's happening is just because it wasn't touching anything on the back. So it needs, like these front pieces just need to be adhered to those back ones. And then once I get that done, then we will be good to go. Oh, awesome. I can't wait to look at it. I love these superhero cards, and Heffy Doodle is coming out with like a whole superhero set that I'm dying to buy because it's so stinking cute. I love all the superhero sets so much, and I've been wanting this one for like a million years, you guys, and then I kept not buying it because I don't know why, but then when I won the My Favorite Things sketch challenge, yeah, you can reuse it. Yep. Yep. Yeah, it's super awesome. So then I can just keep this piece right by my side, and then if I need it again, I can just use it again. I really like it a lot. It's really cool. Of course, I heard about that from Jennifer McGuire. Apparently her husband invented press and seal. So that's a thing. But yeah, I really like it. My Instagram is a card day's work, so no punctuation. It's just the words, a card day's work, no spaces. Here you go. I'll just link it for you. Instagram.com/a-card-days-work. There you go. All right, so that's me. All right, so now I have my little city built up, so that's pretty sweet. What I'm going to do is I'm also going to be putting a piece of cardstock down here. So I'm going to go ahead and trim that off. Oh, you heard it from Simon. I learned it from Jennifer McGuire. I just thought that that was the coolest thing. I don't know. All right, so I'm trimming off that, using up all this black cardstock that I've got. I'm just going to layer it like this, I think. I don't really love the way that that looks, but I like that we have the purple down here exposed now. That kind of makes me feel better about it. Let's see. And she's going to go, I don't know, somewhere. I'm going to trim off the edges here so that they're not hanging off also. And actually, I'm going to trim down the card as a whole so I can take off a little bit at the top so that it mats onto a A2 size card base with like a little white border around. You guys know how I like my white border. All right, so actually let me go ahead and do that now before I get too invested in anything else. Let's do one side first. Okay. It needs to be 4. I'm going to take it out here because I want to take an even amount off of both sides. So there we go on one side. I'm going to flip it right on over, take it out to 4, trim that little bit off of this side. It starts to look really cool once you get it all nice and trimmed. That's really neat. All right, so now this one is going to be 5.25, but I'm going to take it out just slightly farther than that because I don't want to take too much of my sky away. And then I'm going to flip it around this way and do the same thing on the bottom, except I'm going to go to 5.25 this time, trim that little bit off the bottom. All right, cool. Okay, so now we have our little bit here. I'm actually going to go ahead and trim this piece down because now it's a little too long. Trim that little bit off the edge there. Yay. Okay, so now we've got our cute little piece that we can attach down here at the bottom. Now my glue. I can probably use a little eraser to get some of that off. I want to get one of those adhesive erasers. Have any of you guys tried that? You like the way it is? Like without the black strip? Is that what you mean? So I was kind of thinking of adding the little black strip right there, like right at the bottom, so that you still get all that dimension down there. And then she kind of has like something to stand on. The only thing is I didn't like how it was uneven at the bottom because I feel like that looks really weird. I don't know, you guys. And then just for reference, she's going to be, let me move this out of the way. She's going to be on a white card base. Oh, Mrs. Whitlock, have you tried it? The little adhesive eraser thing? I've seen a bunch of people using it in videos and stuff, and I want to try it. Okay. So she's going to be on top of our card here like this. So she's going to have her little white border. No, it's not a mono sand eraser. I have that. That does work for some stuff, but it takes a lot. It takes like a layer of your paper off. This one that I'm looking at, so I do have the mono sand eraser. The mono sand eraser is here. I love this thing, but the one that I have been seeing people use is like a glue eraser. So it's kind of like this weird rubbery looking thing. Yeah, Dee, it's like a rubber eraser. Yeah. I want to try that. I think it sounds really cool. The only other thing, see, that's going to look really weird. That would look really weird. Okay, and I definitely don't want to do that. It's just that I feel like putting her down here, she's like not standing on anything, which is weird. You know what I mean, you guys? What if, oh, can her foot, okay, so the only thing is that when she's up here, I feel like she blocks, so much of the city. Do you know what I mean? Like you can't see all of the cool stuff, like all the buildings that are layered on top of each other, which I mean, it's not the end of the world, but maybe like that. But even still, I feel like there needs to be something, like a ribbon or a something there to like break up where the city ends. I don't know. I feel like it looks really weird. What if, hold on, let me think about what I have. I have, sorry. I have two different, I don't think that's too bright, but I have like a purple, like I could put this behind here like that, like to put something where the stuff ends, and then that way it doesn't look so weird that she's like standing in nothing. I don't know. Just shade under her feet. I could put like a little bow right here with the little ribbon. You guys don't like that? I thought it kind of broke up the city a little bit to make it look nice. I don't know. You guys are killing me. It doesn't need ribbons. I feel like it does. I like her off to the side, I think, more than, I don't like her in the middle. I think seeing like her little cape can kind of cover that little weird gap, maybe. Vellum strip with a sentiment. Shade a little bit. Ugh, you guys are killing me. What if I mess it up? Then what? Okay, so this one, okay, I'm going to try to get better at this. This one is W3. I don't even know if you guys can see that. Hopefully you can. I'm going to try to hold her in place so that I kind of know where she's supposed to go. And then at least get my basic shadow down. And then I can come back in with a slightly darker marker. All right. Like her off to the side, shade under her feet. You say I won't mess it up, but easier said than done, I feel like. Sorry, you guys. This coughing is, I gotta go. All right, so I think I'm gonna make this shadow a little bit longer because her cape kind of goes out to the side a little bit like that. Okay. I don't know. Hey, Belinda. All right. She's got some shadows under her feet. That's okay. But I feel like it, I don't know. I feel like it needs stuff. Let me look at the stamp set again and see, because there's this cute little superhero comic book POW thing, you know? That. There's that. There's also sentiments. I don't really care too much about the shield right now. You did it. You saved the day. You're unstoppable. I'm going to be honest, I did kind of like these sentiments over here, that had like, normally I'm the awesome one, but today the awesome is all yours. I don't know. I just thought it was really cute. However, I think it's quite a long sentiment. So it would need, I could die cut the mask. Yes. It's weird to me that there isn't a stamp mask. Like you have to, hold on. Let me find the die cuts. It's weird that you can't, stamp the mask. Like, cause it would be really cute if you could just stamp the mask right on top of her face. Like if you didn't have to die cut it. I don't know. I'm getting like all scattered, you guys. Like I don't know where my little snippy things are. Here they are. And you guys have seen, obviously, this is the first time I'm using this, so I'm having to like cut it all apart because they're all still attached. Oh, you thinking glitter stock? Let's see. I might have some right here. Hold on. I think I have charcoal. Let's see. I just keep all my scraps inside this one container, because then I can like see this little area right here that I would never have kept. Then I can actually die cut from it. Like I would have thrown that away if I had cut it apart, but now I have the perfect size for a little mask for her, which is cool. All right, let's see. Whoa, I just dropped my plates on my lap. All right, little cuddle bug, you've served me well. This I've had for, I don't know, like 5 years almost. Oh, it came right out. There we go. It's not exactly black. It's charcoal, but it's close, sort of. Close enough that I think hopefully it'll be cute. I don't know. Don't look at her. She's so cute. Oh, look. Bless her. Her little mask. Look how cute she is. Okay, well, I guess I'll glue it down. Everyone likes it. Thanks for the tip, Kieran. I had kind of forgotten about the mask, to be honest. Oh boy. Whole lot of glue in a tiny little area. I try not to get too much because you know then it like oozes out the sides. So I'm kind of just like tapping it to smoosh around the glue a little bit. I'm going to take her off of here so I don't mess up my background, and hopefully I get her little mask straight. Let's see. Oh, she's so cute. Look at that sparkle. All right, so there she is with her little mask. That's really cute. We've got her little feet area. I do really like that sentiment. However, I think it's too large for this card. Oh, if it fits on there. All right, let's check it out. I'm going to grab my mini Misty and see if I can squeeze it in. We will see what happens. Too long to go that way. All right, let's turn it this way. I feel like I have like adhesive everywhere, which I kind of do, but it's all right. Okay, so we've got our little strip in there. And we've got, okay, so normally I'm the awesome one, but today the awesome is all yours. I like that. Let's see if it fits. It's a tight fit, but I think it's gonna work. And then I might not even have to trim it. That's my kind of sentiment. Yes. Okay. So, Mini Misty to the rescue. Oof. And I'm definitely going to use my powder tool because there's like some junk all over it and I've been rubbing my fingers all over it, which makes for powder everywhere. Embossing powder, that is. It would fit in the stamp position. What? I don't know what you mean. I'm easily confused in my tired state. Alright, I'm using the embossing ink from Brutus Monroe. I love that this embossing ink is not sticky and you can keep using it. So like especially for repeat stamping of backgrounds and things like that, you can use it a whole bunch and not have to worry about it drying. Oh, the positioner typo. That's okay. And you guys, I am actually like running out of, it doesn't seem like I'm running out because there's still quite a bit in here, but I'm running out of the Alabaster embossing powder from Brutus Monroe. I really need to order some more. Hey, Trudy. I am still here. We've been making a card. And you guys know I am a slow crafter. Sometimes things just take me a while. But that's okay. The cool thing is, I've been, I need to do it for a couple more videos, but I have been experimenting with editing these videos after the fact and turning them into tutorials, like so that we take out all the chatter and I just put in like the relevant stuff. And then that way people who don't like to watch lives or who couldn't watch the live, they can go back and see what we did even though they weren't here. I'm going to heat up my heat tool. It's going to be noisy for a minute, so hang tight with me. The twine is from Recollections. It's just like some random stuff that I had in my stash that I was trying to see if I wanted to use. I'm just letting my heat tool heat up so it's nice and hot before I bring it onto my surface. Belinda, you are not joking. I need that 6-ounce thing of embossing powder or whatever it was. I definitely need that. Okay, so you can see that it heated up really quickly once I actually took it to my surface because it was nice and hot before I got it there. So I'm going to come back on this side, start over here. You don't want to stay in one area too long, but you do want to make sure all of your powder is actually melted before you move on. Quarts of embossing powder. I don't know if it's a quart, but I do know that it is 6 ounces. He sells the 1 ounce, which is the normal container. That's this size, 1 ounce. And then he sells, I want to say it's a 6-ounce size, which is crazy awesome. I need to get that. I didn't use them on this card, but they're just from Recollection, so they're from Michael's. I was going to use them, but everyone else said that I should not. They were giving all those naysayers. They were telling me no. Okay, so I'm just trimming off the little bits of excess on the edge over here. They talked me out of it. Yes, they did. You crazy people. All right, let's see what we're doing here. I think I'm going to pop this up on foam. And then I could put it up here. Let's see. It's going to hang over the edges a little bit, which is okay. It's Valentine's-y. I don't feel like it's Valentine's-y. It's like girl rock star card. I kind of like it up here. I didn't think I was going to like that, but I think I kind of do. Peer pressure is real. You're not kidding. Okay, so I think I like this up at the top like that. Oh, the twine is Valentine's-y. Okay, I thought you meant like the card was Valentine's-y. I was like, I don't get it. Yes. Okay, normally I'm the awesome one, but today the awesome is all yours. I like that. I like it a lot. The cutest card ever. Oh, thank you. You guys are helping. You guys are totally rocking this. Okay, so, all right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out this massive roll of foam tape. Look how it takes up my entire screen. I'm going to use this to pop up my card on the back like this. Last chance to see which color I used, although it is linked below. I just wrote it on the back, what I used to ink blend it, so I didn't forget by the time I went to go and make it. Dawn, no, I actually used white paint. I used white paint and a little foam brush. Okay, so I'm going to use this foam tape. And this is going to be slightly off camera because it's very large and hard to keep on the camera when you are ripping it and trying to get it in place. It is extremely sticky, you guys. So I personally don't use this with my scissors because it gets my scissors all gunky because I don't have any nonstick scissors. I don't know if that would help. Probably it would. But I don't have any of those fancy scissors. And so I just use my fingers. My suggestion would be rip it really fast. The faster I rip it, the faster or the easier time I have with it. Sometimes it does stretch a little bit. And that makes it really difficult to use. So I find that the faster you rip it, yeah, because it's like so sticky, Belinda. It sticks to my fingers so much, I don't even know what to do with myself sometimes. Okay, and then I have found that ripping it actually helps get that little bit started so that you can peel off the backer as well. Because you kind of have like an uneven edge to start working from. So I like that a lot because sometimes this you ruin a pair of scissors. Oh, well, Dawn, I have some suggestions for you. Did you throw the scissors out already? Because you can actually use Squeaky Clean to clean them. That's what I used on mine. I used Squeaky Clean to clean my scissors and they are perfect again. Because I was using my Fussy cutting scissors from Brutus Monroe, and I was so upset because they were brand new, and I thought I had ruined them. Lo and behold, Squeaky Clean cleans them right up. Yes, it worked for me. So I would definitely try it. That definitely worked for me, and it saved my scissors, and now I use them all the time again. Because I was so upset because they were brand new. Like I literally had used them like twice or something. And I was so mad at myself because, you know, that's just so like me. Okay, I'm going to pull this close to me because I can't get my head over top of it because the camera is in the way. So I'm trying to make it so that it's even and I don't look like an idiot for making it uneven, which I think I did anyway. The bottom is... It's a little closer to the bottom than it is to the top, but whatever. It's fine. Oh, Dawn, let me know how it works. That's awesome. I'm just running my fingernail under the edge of the paper because my blade on my trimmer is a little bit dull. And so I'm getting kind of like a little bit of frayed edges, but if you just kind of run your finger or your fingernail, it kind of tucks them back underneath so that it doesn't look like you have frayed edges. Yay. All right, so now we have our sentiment. I don't think I like it at an angle, Gyps. I don't know. I don't think I like it at an angle. All right, she's going to go right here, so we can go ahead and glue her up, I suppose, while we talk about it. I kind of liked it straight. I don't know. You think straight? Dawn, let me know if it works. Hey, Dee. Glad you could join us. Is your aunt still in town? Or are you, is she gone already? I can't remember which day you said she was going back. All right, so I'm just using my Brutus Monroe glue. I'm going to pop her right here. So the good thing is we shaded her feet area already. So we know exactly where to put her, which is awesome. That makes it really easy. Oh, look how cute she is. I like her hair. Okay, so I don't think we talked about it when I was actually coloring her, but I want to take a second and tell you guys about it right now. So do you see how her hair, oh yes, Dawn, I'm so excited. That's awesome. Hooray! Oh, cool. I mean, not cool that she left, but I'm glad that you're here. Okay, so do you guys see how her hair looks like it is really shiny? Like it has a really big highlight there? So the way that I did that is I used those three colors. So I used E15, or E18, E15, and YR27. However, I didn't actually color it in all the way. So I hope you can see this. There is literally white space here in that highlight spot. I didn't color it. It's white. Like I left it blank. And that is what gives that really high gloss shine look, is by leaving that white space. So if you guys are wanting to add a little bit of interest or a little bit more detail and depth to your hair at least, or anything really, just leave some white space as you do it, and that kind of helps. That's what I've found. It helps it make it look more shiny. All right, so now we've got her super cute little mask. Thanks for the tip, Karen. We've got her all colored up. We've got her shading. Thanks, Mrs. Whitlock. Now we're going to put our sentiment on top. I don't think I'm going to pop it up on foam since our whole card base is popped up on foam. So what I'm going to do is just pop a little glue on the back. I'm hearing a whole lot of straight, and I kind of think I like it best straight, so I'm just going to leave it like that. I am going to leave it slightly long so that it hangs off the edge a little bit. I'm going to center it, but I like that it goes off of both sides just a touch, because I feel like it adds a little bit of... Oh, Gyps, you lost. I feel like it adds a little bit of interest to the card so that it's not all perfectly lined up. I don't know, I like that. Okay, Trudy, I'll see you later. No, Belinda, we were talking about it earlier. I think they're still going to be available in the US. Like, I don't think there's going to be any reason to freak out. It's just that the provider or the distributor who was carrying them previously or up until now and giving them to all the US companies is no longer going to be working with them. That's my understanding, at least. And then it's just a new distributor. So, and I think Roberta maybe can tell us, is it McPherson? Is that what you said? It was McPherson? I think that's right. Okay, when I was over at Corin's this past weekend, she gave me this crazy little thing. And it is, I don't know if I showed this to you guys in my last video or not. It is a sequin dispenser, which seems totally bizarre, and I wouldn't have one for like every kind of sequin that I have, but for the one that I use the most, it's kind of cool. So what it is you put your sequins in here, and then you lift it up like this so it's open. Some of the sequins fall onto this little tray, and then you have a little stash of sequins right at the top that you can choose from. instead of having to like put your fingers in and like pick out a bunch. I don't know, it's kind of cool. So then I can just pick the ones I want to use and put them on. I don't know, maybe that's like a really weird thing. It seems really cool to me, but then when you're done, so you're like, okay, I don't need those. You just open it back up, tilt it to the side, and then close it. And then they're all back in there. I don't know, it's kind of cool. I think I'll use it for these clear ones, you know, like the ones I use more frequently. I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. It's buffering on my replay. Let me know if you guys have a hard time seeing me. It was buffering for a second, so hopefully it catches up and doesn't have any issues. You went shopping in your garage. I need to know more about that. That's awesome. I honestly, so the brand is Darice, Darice, like the regular Crafty Craft brand. Let me see. Hold on one second. If I don't know if I have, I don't even remember what it's called. I was going to try to like send you directly to where you could get it, but I don't honestly know what it's called. It's actually for beads, so it's not for sequins. Sequins, good lord. Okay, so Darice bead dispenser. Let me see if I can pull it up so I can give you a link to go directly to it. I don't know, we'll see. That's a squeaky clean dispenser. That's not what we need. I'm not sure. Cause like Joanne might carry them, possibly. Yeah, I don't see it on here. Let me just try to go. I want to say I saw them at Michael's. Let me look and see. Bead dispenser. No, it didn't pop up. Maybe Joanne? I don't know. I'm trying to help, but I feel like I'm not being that helpful. Bead dispenser. No, I don't think it's on there either. It's probably just called something else, and I'm not, I don't know what exactly it's called. Anyway, oh, pop-up, maybe. I don't know. Possibly Amazon. You might be able to find it on Amazon. Let me do a quick search on Amazon and see if I can find it. Okay, so it was given to me. Like I didn't go out and buy it. Let's see. Yeah, see, this is like, pop-up bead. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I'll do some research and then try to find it. Oh, you found it? Where was it, Belinda? On what site? Because, man, I tried Darice pop-up. I don't know. And it didn't come up for me. Tell me what site you found it on, and then... Yeah, ask Corin. She got it, I want to say she got it at, like, Michael's or whatever, but I think it's been a while since she got it. I don't think it was, like, super recently. Man. I'm waiting for Belinda to come up and say where she got it. Oh, Amazon. And you searched Darice pop-up? Man, I searched that and nothing came up. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's not coming up for me. Anyway, I'll try to find it so I can give you guys a link if you're interested. If not, that's fine too. Less work for me if you don't care. All right, so I'm going to adhere these sequins down while I am thinking about it. Otherwise, I will tip my card up and dump them all over the table. All right. Well, that's cool. Maybe it's because I was on the US page that I didn't find it. I don't know. It's in the UK. Us Americans, we don't get that V dispenser anymore. Figures. Okay, you guys, that is the card all finished. What do you think? I love these colors. I am like totally digging these colors. What do you think? Did you find it? Oh yeah, that's it. Pop-up bead dispenser. That's the one. Yep. All right, so if you guys want to find it, it looks like it might be international. I'm not really sure, but that's cool. Um that is it, you guys. I'm so excited that we made a card together. I'm really, really excited. I like it a lot, actually. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it, especially with this border and all that. I don't know. I really wasn't sure. But I'm super excited. I think that was really cool. The colors are so vibrant and cute. I really, really like it. Okay, so that is all I have tonight, you guys. I will not be on Friday night because I have a class at Joanne that I will be teaching. So I won't be on that night. This weekend, I might try to convince my mother to go live with me. So you guys should let me know if that's something that you would be interested in. If maybe we could do sort of, I don't really know how it would work at this point, but maybe we could do like some sort of live feed together. I don't know. I don't really know what it would entail or what that would look like or how I would do it, but it's definitely worth investigating if you guys were interested. So maybe I could convince her to come on here with me. But yeah, so she is supposed to be coming over on Saturday, so we'll see if I can get her to come on. But yeah, I will keep you guys updated and let you know, hopefully on my Facebook page, if you can expect to see her. I'll ask her and see what she thinks. But yeah, if there's anything that you guys want to see in future videos, make sure that you let me know. If you're watching in the replay, you can drop it in the comments. Otherwise, I love you all so, so much. I am sending big, huge hugs to every single one of you. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. I had a blast. I really love the card that we made. If you have questions or you need anything at all, just send me a message and let me know. And I will talk to you guys all again really soon and see you in another video really soon.